I walked onto the biggest baking competition in the country, and while everyone clapped, I clutched my grandma's recipe and whispered, "This is for you, Grandma," because the prize for winning was getting our recipe book published with her name on the cover, and I had to win, because that was my final promise to her before she died. We all gathered at our stations, and when the clock started, I cracked the eggs to get ready to bake a vanilla cake, the last cake the two of us ever baked together. I beat the butter with sugar exactly the way Grandma had taught me, and the whole time it felt like she was guiding me. Any flavor can impress people, baby, but vanilla is how you get them to love you, she'd always say. I thought I was doing well, but when I looked over to the girl on my left, she was stacking macarons taller than her mixer, and the other girl was airbrushing a cake of her own face, down to the eyelashes. I was fighting showpieces with a plain white cake, but I kept folding, because whether I won or lost, my grandma was up there watching me, and I needed her to see me trying my best. There were 2 minutes left, so I crumb-coated the layers and feathered the buttercream smooth with my offset spatula. Then I piped her looping border on top, exactly like the card showed. The buzzer blared, and I threw my hands up while my heart slammed, because I had no idea if it was enough to win or not. A server presented the macaron tower to the judges, and when they took a bite, they all nodded politely. When the portrait cake came around, they all gasped, and as they chewed, the entire room went silent. I buried my head in my hands because it looked like they'd all silently declared the winner already. Then the middle judge raised his hand, and my vanilla cake was brought out. The other chefs laughed, and the audience's eyes widened like I was destined to fail. But then the head judge took one bite and set his fork down. Every chef today tried to impress me, but I didn't love any of them. But this one, he paused to keep chewing. This one loved me, and I loved it back. My whole body went cold, because those were my grandma's words in a stranger's mouth. He put his hand out. "Who wrote this recipe?" I passed him the card with shaking fingers, and he read it out loud. "From the kitchen of Evelyn Rose." I smiled. "It's my grandmother's." Then he stood up, held her handwriting over his head, and slammed the golden buzzer. Confetti rained down on me and her card, while the whole country chanted her name. "The whole country is going to learn your grandmother's recipe." I could practically feel her arms behind me. "I always knew we could do it, baby."